Welcome. My name is Thomas Ledford, aka Taxman 88, and I'm here to share in this video concerning this course uh, and this particular lesson about business structure. So there's different business structures that I talk about with clients who look to start their tax preparation business, and then clients who are looking to start a business in general. The information that we talk about, regardless of what business model you choose, is universal. So we're going to talk about the same process, regardless if you want a tax service, construction, transportation, regardless of what business model it is, the information we sit down and cover is the same. Uh, and so when it comes to the business structure, we talk about being sole proprietor. Sole proprietorship is what you are now. You decide, hey, I want to start a business and I'm going to become a consultant, and you get you some business cards up and running, you use some flyers, you start spreading the word, you let people know you specialize in finance, and you can help them with their finances, and boom, you're a consultant now. And so, hey, we go through the structure of, are you going to incorporate off top, or are you going to wait? Because see, certain business models has more of a liability factor than others, and so you want to take that into account, uh, which is going to determine if you're going to incorporate now versus later. And so, if you in an industry where you may come across some liabilities personally to yourself based on some mistakes you may make inside your business concerning your client that they're going to hold you liable for in the form of a lawsuit, then you definitely want to incorporate as soon as you can. So if that happens to ever come about, you can be protected on a limited basis because your business cannot be sued where for those damages only you can. And so those are some of the perks of why you want to incorporate now versus later. And so for a lot of people, some people incorporate off top, and that's a lot of times based on their finances. So and where they live at. Every state filing fee is different. Some higher than others. So if you live in a state where the filing fee to incorporate is inexpensive and you got the money, you want to go and do that. And the most popular one is LLCs right now. So that's the limited liability company. And so that's a corporate structure whereby the members of the company cannot be held liable, personally liable, for the company's debts or liabilities. So limited liability LLC is the most popular thing going on right now. It's the most simplest structure you can do. It's the most inexpensive based on what state you're in. And so that's one we recommend you go with. Like I say, sole proprietorship is you simply get some business cards up and running, filling out a Schedule C, doing tax season, and things of that nature. And when it comes to corporation versus S corp, corporate is a separate entity, distinct from the owner. S corp allows you to take the profits or loss from your business and put it on your 1040. So that's the distinct difference between corporation versus S corp. And limited liability happens when, if you're a single member, you can consider a disregarded entity and you go fill out a Schedule C anyway. But if you're a multi-member LLC, then you have the option to be treated like a corporation or a partnership. And so those are some of the things we talk about when it comes to the business structure. And so once we decide the business structure for a corporation versus non-corporation right now, and then we go forward and putting that paperwork together, making it happen. Because that paperwork is what we're going to use to help go open up a business account in the name of the business that you chose to use. And so, like I say, some places are simpler to open up accounts with than others. Bigger cities give you more issues. From Chicago, so it's a whole different process to get the documentation I need to go open up a business account than a smaller place like Indiana would be. I got a cousin, Garyana. He able to go get all his stuff done in one day. Never could you happen in a big city like Los Angeles or California. The bigger cities they're gonna see you through some extra steps, and that's just how it's designed with that person. But like I say, in this course here, when it comes to the business structure, it's simple. We simply gonna choose sole proprietorship versus incorporation. Incorporation is anything outside of sole proprietorship, so partnerships, corporations, S corp, LLCs. We don't even talk about international businesses because that's not my wheelhouse. So I don't talk about stuff I'm not familiar with. But the other ones we talk about, we decide which one we're gonna make happen, and we're gonna put the paperwork in so we can have that ready. Because we're gonna need that to open up a business account with. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need that for certain aspects of what we're doing as far as our business. based on your business model and the industry you decide to go in. So when it comes to business structure, there's not a whole lot to it, but if you need more clarity on it, then we definitely get together and we do a Zoom call to talk about that and give you more insight on what route and path you want to go. And so that's how that works when it comes to the business structure. That we're going to talk about what path you need to go on based on business model, what industry you're in, how volatile the business model you chose happened to be kind of compared to what personal liability you may take on as a result of operating this type of business and things of that nature. So in this lesson, business structure, is not much to it. But like I say, we get together on a weekly basis live to cover whatever topics and situations that we're going through when it comes to all the trainings that I provide for my end users. So if you buy a course from me, it's definitely going to come with live training opportunities for you to take advantage of. So this here course layout is dealing with business structure. And when it's all said and done, you would definitely want to incorporate eventually, and you want to make sure your business is uh, tied into the federal and state and local governments as recognized as a business entity, because it's perks to having that set up in that type of nature. So when people got this pandemic money, uh, it was hard for some people to prove their case because they didn't have the paperwork associated with that uh, to validate even getting the money. So that's the benefits of having your business structured in a way that is recognized by the federal, state, and local governments where you live at. So again, in this lesson here, talking about business structure, if you need any more assistance and clarity on that, we definitely cover all that uh, in the lesson plans, and we do a coaching call on business structure uh, as needed on a case-by-case basis when it comes to the clients that's part of my course. So we do group coaching sessions, and I do one-on-one. And so if you miss the group coaching session due to your work schedule and your lifestyle, then we try to do a one-on-one to help you get more clarity about the business structure you want to choose for your business, so you can understand where you stand, what you need to do, what you need to put in place, and have you been able to be more confident in your ability to go out here and operate a successful business for yourself. And so I'll be signing off in this video, and we'll be getting with the next topic, which will be e-file provider's application, which deals with the application needed to be considered a tax service. So the business structure and the information we put together uh, for the business structure, once that's all put together and put in, we want to at least have a good week, maybe two, already under our belt with that being submitted to the IRS so we can have that put on the e-file provider's application. So when we're ready to submit that, it'll be accepted because it's already recognized in the system. And then when it comes to the e-file provider's application, we need two fingerprint cards, which we normally call our IRS.gov number, and they send us two fingerprint cards. We go somewhere in our local demographics and we get fingerprints done, both cards. We take the tracking number off the application, put them on both cards, and we mail them in. And we wait a good 60 days normally before it's approved. But due to the pandemic and backlog and all those things, it might take an additional processing time. So that's why I'm asking people now to get with me now so we can start working on getting those things set up and ready and approved so you can be up and coming for the upcoming tax season. And I definitely see you in my next lesson.